Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Ty Boogie. Yo, look, we got to talk about this real quick. If you're a new viewer, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like. If you need men content, content of just, somebody to be a big brother for you, somebody to give you advice, things of that nature, because social media is real confusing. Everything in the world could be real conflicting if you don't have a father figure, if you don't have an older brother. I completely understand. Listen. Today I want to talk about the difference between being a simp and being a romantic gentleman. Alright? I feel like social media has made being kind to your woman, being soft with your woman, being soft to a woman in general as a bad thing. So I want to talk about it. First of all, let's talk about the word simp. Alright? To be a simp is to do for a girl that's not doing for you. It's to do for a woman that is not for you. What is a good example of that? If you meet a girl, right, and you go to the club, and you see her talking to this guy at the bar, and then after she talks to him, you kind of waiting your turn. She talks to the next guy, and then you finally get your move, and now you trying to buy her all these drinks so you could kind of, you could get on her good side. That's simping. You see she's for all these other dudes in the club. She's mixing and mingling with everybody. She done talk to your friend a little bit. And here you are trying to get on her good side by doing things for her. She don't deserve that. Like, she's not just going to do that with you, or she's not just going to take your drink. She's not only talking to you tonight. So why do you feel like you have to do for her? Simps do for women to kind of prove themselves to women. So they could get something out of them. Instead of her already liking you, instead of her already into you and showing interest, you constantly do for her so you could get something in return. That is simping. Okay? You don't try to make somebody like you. It's either they like you or they don't. There's too many people in this world for you to try to chase somebody. That's simping. Chasing somebody that is running away is simping. The whole chase that's how they be like, oh yeah, I love a chase. Yeah, to an extent. You shouldn't be chasing somebody to the point where you're losing yourself. You're doing so much to prove yourself and you're not getting anything back in return. That's not loving yourself. Now we got a romantic gentleman. A romantic gentleman does for his lady. A woman, if you ask a woman now, I'll give you another example. I'm a man of examples. If you ask a woman now on a date or whatever, and you go pick her up, you opening her door, you picking up the check. Mind you, you asked her on a date. She was willing to go on a date with you. That is already her saying that, okay, yeah, I'm with it. I think social media is kind of making men feel like, oh, I shouldn't have to do anything for her. Why I gotta pay? And it's giving all these, listen, you got just be a gentleman. If she's coming on a date, be a gentleman, open her door. You don't have to do these things wanting something in return. You're just a gentleman. A gentleman just does things. But a gentleman doesn't do these things trying to get something back in return. For an example, at work or whatever, there's one girl that works in my office, right? Out of me being a gentleman, there's certain topics that I'm not going to talk about while she's right here. I'm just a gentleman. I'm not trying to get nothing out of her. It's just like, it's gentlemen like to just respect the fact there's a woman in the room. I don't want nothing from her. But again, it's just who I am. I'm a gentleman, but a simp will try to, make himself sound real good and extra laugh at her jokes, to get on her good side, and you don't really even think she's funny, that's what a simp does. Now let's go back to a romantic gentleman. Again, doing the rose petals for your lady. Remember, I'm saying your lady, a lady that has proven that she is on your side. She wants to be with you. She's ready to come home and cook for you and all that. Like, she's giving into you too. She's giving you something we call fuck with. She's not just like, I'll see if I can, I'll try to make time. She don't really know whether or not she fuck with you or not. Like, she not giving you those kind of vibes. Like, if a girl is on that time of, I gotta see what my schedule is like, more than likely she's not really that into you. That's another topic for another time. Granted, people have busy schedules, but I promise you, if she's really into you, she's gonna say, how's next week? How's tomorrow? How's 2 days from now? Okay, well, I'm available Wednesday. What are you doing Wednesday? That's if a girl is like, she gonna hit you with one of those. Anyways, back to being romantic. Bro, if you have a girlfriend, there is nothing wrong with treating your lady like a queen. Now, there's nothing wrong with kissing her feet. I mean, physically. Now, I mean, there's nothing wrong with kissing her forehead, looking at her in her eyes, and telling her that you love her. There's nothing wrong with sending her slow songs. There's nothing wrong with her coming home and having a bubble bath already ready. Now, I mean, you having rose petals out or whatever just to make her feel like a queen, make her feel beautiful, telling her she's beautiful, telling her she's pretty. There's nothing wrong with these things. Now, there's nothing wrong with these things. Like, let me just preface by saying that. Again, there's nothing wrong with any of that. It becomes a problem if you have a woman that is disrespecting you. She lacks respect for you. And you do these things to get respect for do these things to get the respect back. That's your way of getting respect back, is by doing all these romantic things. But then she's still disrespecting you, making you feel little. Now that's when it's a problem. But the girl that's sweet, the girl that's kind, the girl that's loving, she's a safe place. The girl that brings you closer to Christ. Like, it is okay to be very romantic for your lady. Don't get the ratchet confusion that's on social media mixed with the good women that's out there. Those women deserve to be treated like queens, princesses, whatever. Now, I mean, don't get the two mixed up. A lot of times these dudes on social media, when they're talking about, yeah, you don't treat these BIs, in any type of good way, you got to make her do this, make her do that. They talking about these ratchet motherfuckers that they done dealt with. I mean, don't get those mixed up with the good queens. Come over here messing up the queen's mind. And then now she looking at everybody like nobody could treat her well. Romance is dead. Now, I mean, stop getting it confused. A lot of dudes on the internet are going for the wrong type of girls. Same thing with women. They're going for the wrong kind of dudes. And they're judging the whole populace based off of their experiences. If you've only experienced one type of person, but there's 10 different flavors, that does not mean that all the other flavors is rotten, all because you were dealing with that one bad flavor. And you kept getting that same kind of bad flavor. I get real passionate sometimes. But listen, fellas. Main reason why I wanted to turn on the camera is because I always hear ladies say, yo, romance is dead. A lot of dudes don't even know what to do at this point, because there's not a lot of guys getting on camera talking about how nice it is to have one woman. Like, if I'm gonna be real with y'all, yo, fellas, let's be real, yo. Let's be real. Can I be real with y'all real quick? Can I be real with y'all? Big Brother Boogie. When you're single, you're outside, you're mingling, you're having fun. It's cool. Like, it's cool in the moment. You outside, you and your friends, y'all got the whole competition thing going on. Who could get the most numbers? Who could get the most attention? It's cool. It's really cool. But then, and that's like a Saturday or Friday night. On that Saturday, okay, now you go home. Go home. Maybe you go home with a girl. Maybe you don't. Maybe you call that girl up that you know she gonna answer the phone. Maybe you don't. But one thing for certain is that nothing is guaranteed to be genuine. Now, I mean, like, when you cuddle with, let's just say, that stranger, or you cuddle with that girl that you know she gonna answer the phone, it's like, it's nice, but you know that you're operating on borrowed time in that moment. If you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, I can enjoy this, but I can't feel it too much because this is not my girl. You know what I mean? Or this is not somebody that has proven themselves to me, and I want to be with her, There's nothing like being able to hold your woman, you know what I mean, after having a great night. You know what I mean? You holding your woman, kissing her on the forehead, telling her you love her. She tell you she love you. She cook for you in the morning. You cook for her in the morning. You know what I mean? You could kiss her feet. You could kiss her back. You could do all this stuff, and you don't have to feel like, yo, why am I wasting my time with this stranger? Now, I mean, you don't have to think about all of those things when you have your woman. That is so, like, underrated in this day and time, and I think it's because social media makes us feel like we have so many options. Social media makes us feel like, yeah, if your girl is not all that, just know you have 7,000 girls that all they got to do is reply to your DM and they're now options. Listen, just because you have access to all these people does not mean that you're gonna find something as good as your girl. I'm gonna tell you that off of experience. You know what I mean? Like, we always think the grass is greener on the other side of the picture, and that's not true. You know what I mean? And yo, being able to love one woman is a flex. You know what I mean? Being able to have one woman is a flex. Sitting here trying to get rich to get more women, or get rich to throw money at women, is simping. Okay, that is simping. Getting rich or working on yourself to be able to provide for a family, now that's a man. Now I mean, that's a gentleman. Now that's the difference. Think about it. You have dudes that is out here trying to get rich. They are preaching on these podcasts, get rich so you could get more women. That is simping. You're getting rich to prove yourself to women. No, get rich to better yourself so you can provide eventually for a family. That is the difference between simping and being a romantic gentleman. Hey man, it's been your boy Ty Boogie. Now I mean, I hope you enjoyed this video. I felt the passion as I was making it. If you like the video, I keep spitting, my fault. I get real passionate. But yeah, if you like the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Drop a comment below on any other topics you want me to talk about. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, DM me on Instagram. It's Ty Boogie. That's ITSTYBUGGY. Hit me up on TikTok and all that. Hey man, it's been your boy Ty Boogie. Until next time, out of here, man. Peace.